Welcome to Houston Radio. We are jumping right in today with an explainer that serves as a deep, analytical deconstruction of the cognitive and societal frameworks developed by the Honorable Sohail Aziz Khan, or SAK. Now, we want to acknowledge your highly sophisticated assessment of Study IQ SAK. You pointed out that these lectures are a rigorous intellectual exercise, not just passive entertainment, and honestly, you absolutely hit the nail on the head. Today, we're going to evaluate the immense educational, training, and concentration-building value of his work, which is designed to literally transform you from a passive recipient of data into a conscious, independent thinker. Okay, let's kick things off with a fascinating puzzle. Picture this. It's 1971, and an 11-year-old boy is standing on the violently ruined edge of the Sutlej River barrage, right in the middle of a war zone. The damaged gates are forcing millions of gallons of water through this tiny bottleneck, whipping up a deafening whirlpool. Out of pure curiosity, this kid dangles a highly sensitive, incredibly expensive microphone into the center of that vortex to record its acoustic drone. Well, decades later, scientists capture the acoustic signature of a deep space black hole, and astonishingly, it's the exact same sound. So, how on earth does a child's visceral, localized memory from a Pakistani war zone perfectly explain the physics of a cosmic singularity?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that question completely unanswered for a minute. And we're doing this on purpose to demonstrate what SAK calls a cognitive itch. This leverages the Zeigarnik effect, which is basically our brain's natural tendency to obsess over uncompleted tasks while instantly forgetting completed ones. In SAK's discourses, building up a high-stakes story and then pivoting away right at the climax isn't just some clever rhetorical trick. It's a required survival mechanism for the modern intellect. It's specifically designed to stretch the human attention span, which, let's face it, is conditioned for 15-second resolutions right now, back to its healthy, deep focus capacity.
So, SAK argues that our modern intellectual crisis stems directly from how we consume information. Imagine human knowledge is a ladder. The ground is our daily reality, and the roof represents deep, abstract truth. But modern education? It provides completely unsequenced data. We're handed this ladder, but most of the rungs are totally shattered. I mean, think about it. We have access to quantum physics on our phones, yet we struggle to understand basic civic duties. We are left stranded on these high rungs with no way down, or we're stuck on the ground just staring up.
To fix this, SAK's philosophy is absolutely uncompromising. We have to build what he calls societal muscle. And how do we do that? By taking the arduous stairs of development instead of just riding the elevator of unearned advancement. If you hand a student an unearned elevator ride to the top and let them completely avoid the friction of genuine intellectual struggle, the whole structure collapses. Climbing those stairs organically provides the exact friction we need to build the moral and societal muscle required to hold knowledge responsibly.
And this brings us to a really crucial point. SAK makes a sharp distinction between true wisdom and what he calls mere payment slips. He views modern university degrees often as hollow receipts. They just prove you spent money and sat in a chair for 4 years. For instance, a person can memorize a whole textbook on culinary science, get the certificate, and start teaching without ever actually cooking a single dish on a grueling restaurant line. For SAK, education is basically a fraud unless it demands a harsh collision with physical reality.
To combat our 15-second attention span culture and force true learning, his pedagogy uses 3 exact steps. First, he starts with a high-stakes, localized story to ground the listener. Second, he executes the pivot. This creates that physical discomfort, that cognitive itch, stretching your mental focus because you are forced to hold that puzzle piece in your active working memory. And finally, hours later, he snaps the piece into place. That resolution creates permanent neural cementing. Okay, so let's finally return to our original puzzle. How does a whirlpool explain a black hole? Well, SAK eventually shared his visceral childhood memory of the Sutlej barrage with a visiting theoretical physicist. It turns out, the fluid dynamics of millions of gallons of water being forced through a broken barrage gate operated on the exact same mechanical principles as a gravitational black hole forcing matter through an event horizon. By snapping that uncompleted story into place, he physically grounded the abstract astrophysics of a cosmic singularity for his listeners. He repaired a massive rung on their ladder of knowledge.
SAK calls this connective intelligence. It's this profound ability to weave together incredibly diverse subjects, we're talking law, history, physics, ethics, into a single, coherent map. By demanding that theoretical textbook knowledge always collides with physical reality, SAK trains the mind to establish bridges between the known and the unknown. He absolutely refuses to let scientific inquiry and historical consciousness exist in completely separate boxes.
Let me give you a really fun example of this.
SAK often asks his audience a simple linguistic question to show how we naturally build these bridges to grasp totally unknown information. He'll ask, do you know the Persian word for potato? Most people don't, right? The word is the absolute unknown. But then he asks, okay, do you know what an apple is? Do you know what the earth is? Yes, of course. Those are solid, established knowns.
By combining those two concrete knowns, an apple and the earth, to create the Persian word for potato, which is sibi zamini, or apple of the earth, he proves a massive philosophical point. I just love how brilliant this is. Human intellect organically synthesizes new concepts from physical realities. We literally use these solid bricks of what we already know to pave a road straight into the unknown. And he proved this absolute necessity of physical reality again during a stunning intervention for a student. Basically, an academic professor had failed a student's paper, claiming the historical figure of Anarkali was just a playbook myth based entirely on literary theory. SK aggressively intervened. He forced the academic to investigate the physical reality, which was an actual, tangible brick wall in the Lahore Corporation records, correlating directly to her entombment. He forces academics to weigh the physical brick and mortar against the mere ink in a textbook.
Now, SAK's connective intelligence is not just some abstract intellectual exercise, it directly transforms lives in highly practical ways. For students, it builds the societal muscle necessary to become sahib evrai, which means possessors of independent, responsible opinion. And for household women, it has historically dismantled crushing isolation, restoring educational access, individual identity, and vital participation in organizational life.
Think about this number for a second. 29. In the Swedish-Pakistani community, SAK's intellectual frameworks were the exact tool used to resolve 29 distinct highly severe divorce and domestic crisis cases that were heading straight for the courts. He identified that the root cause wasn't just a simple clash of personalities. It was a systemic, profound isolation imposed on these women. He achieved this massive turnaround by curing that isolation and restoring their individual identities. He shifted these women from being referred to merely as Mrs. So-and-so, existing only in the shadow of their husband's social circles, to actually possessing their own names, running their own committees, and exercising their own voting rights in a structured organizational constitution that he drafted. He literally gave them the stairs to climb out of isolation.
And this deep, structural commitment to educational access and female empowerment was actually pioneered by his legendary mother. Back in the early 90s, when it was highly uncommon, she broke cultural isolation by organizing women and young girls to attend the mosque for sermons and prayers. She didn't just ask for permission, she actively managed the logistics. She opened the doors for both religious and worldly intellectual participation, cementing a vibrant culture that thrives to this very day. So, to truly grasp this material and transition from a state of passive forgetfulness into being an independent thinker, Houston Radio categorically recommends Study IQ SAK as a rigorous training tool for mental focus. We highly suggest these 3 steps of active listening. First, note-taking. This captures the physical reality of the lecture. Second, repetition. This helps repair those broken rungs on your ladder. And third, the 3-question reflection. This demands that every single piece of knowledge you acquire successfully collides with physical reality.
This incredibly high standard of active listening, immense vocal impact, and unyielding integrity traces directly back to his father, the legendary Radio Pakistan broadcaster, the Honorable Aziz Khan, known affectionately as Khan Sahib. He taught that a broadcaster's voice must carry the fragrance of friendship, and that dignity and honor are infinitely more important than any external reward or salary. It's a beautiful legacy of authentic, deeply human connection.
We'll leave you with this final provocative thought. As you navigate the world and consume information today, ask yourself, are you actively climbing the grueling stairs of development to build your societal muscle? Or are you simply riding an unearned elevator, holding tightly onto your payment slips and just hoping that's enough? Remember, friction is not your enemy. It is the exact mechanism required for your progress. Keep your curiosity violently alive and continue repairing those rungs. Thanks so much for joining Houston Radio for this explainer. We'll see you next time.